Yes, sir. Okay, now this stuff applies to you. You're all set. That's all you need to do. Just sign it and date it here. Judge, we've reached an agreement in Mr. Talbot's case, which is 25 CF 1067. The agreement calls for a plea as charged. The state has agreed to a negotiated downward departure in this case. The agreement is adjudication of guilt, 36 months Department of Corrections. That is the mandatory minimum in count one. There is a standard $50,000 fine for count one that is included in this agreement. There's $615 in court costs, $150 cost of defense. This would be a sentence with credit for all time served. No objections to the score sheet as provided. As stated, this is a negotiated downward departure. May I approach?
Granted. State?
That's the agreement, Your Honor.
Raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you put your hand down. You heard what Mr. McKinney said and you signed the written plea form.
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
40, sir.
And how much school do you have?
GED and some college.
All right, you able to read and understand the plea form?
Yes, sir.
And did you do that before you signed it?
Yes, sir.
And it's what you read in the plea form, what Mr. McKinney just announced to me.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand by this plea agreement that you're pleading no contest to the announced charges?
Yes, sir.
And that tells me you believe the state has the evidence necessary to convince a jury of your guilt, and you're not going to contest that.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand by making this plea, you're waiving your right to that trial by jury, where the state would have to prove that, present that evidence to the jury and convince them of your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes, sir.
In this case, you'll be adjudicated guilty, sentenced to 36 months Department of Corrections, mandatory minimum with credit for all time served with the fees and cost and the fine that was announced. Has Mr. McKinney answered all your questions about the plea and how it affects you?
Yes, sir.
And are you satisfied with how he's represented you?
Yes, sir.
And the state does agree that this is a legitimate and course plea agreement that supports the departure from the sentencing guidelines.
That's affirmative, yes, sir.
Okay. All right, the court will find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into and will accept the plea with the adjudication. Mr. McKinney, would just send that directly to Lean?
Yes, Judge, that was the intention. See, they have Mr. Thomas right there. Okay. Judge, this is Mr. Matthew Teams before the court. He is here today in total of 4 case numbers: 25 CF 1884, 26 CF 94, 26 CF 95, and 26 CF 96. We advanced those 26 CF cases onto today's docket to package everything together. I would note for the record that I have received the report from Dr. Zeman, which finds that Mr. Teams is competent to proceed in all of those case numbers. I would request a continuance of all 4 case numbers, ask for them to remain tracking together so that we may go through the discovery in the 26 CF cases. I know that the state is working on that, and is the intention to set depositions in those cases after we review the discovery.
All right. Any objections?
There's no objection from the state.
All right, it's continued to 5/11.
Thank you, Judge.
David Thomas.
Do you have any questions? Okay. This is a plea agreement. 18, 120, for all times served, 15. Be as charged. This is Mr. David Michael Thomas before the court in 26 CF 38. We have reached an agreement for Mr. Thomas. The agreement is a plea as charged. He will be adjudicated guilty. Serve 120 days in the Okaloosa County Jail with credit for time served. $515 in court costs, $150 cost of defense. No objections to the score sheet, which reflects 18.2 points. May I approach?
Granted. Raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
I do.
All right, you heard what Mr. McKinney said. You signed the written plea form.
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
41.
How much education do you have?
GED.
You able to read and understand the plea form?
Yes, sir.
Did you do that before you signed it?
Yes, sir.
And it's what you read in the plea form, what Mr. McKinney just told me.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand by this agreement that you're pleading no contest to the announced charges?
Yes, sir.
And that tells me you think the state could prove your guilt and you're not going to contest that.
Yes, sir.
And in this case, you also understand by doing this, you're waiving your right to a trial by jury.
Yes, sir.
You'll be adjudicated guilty, 120 days county jail, credit for time served, with some fees and costs. Will a year be enough time to get those paid after your release? All right. Mr. McKinney answered all your questions about the plea and how it affects you.
Yes, sir.
Satisfied what he's done for you.
Yes, sir.
Court will find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into and accept the plea. Thank you.
Timothy Thies.
Judge, this is Mr. Timothy Tice before the court in 25 CF 2232. We do have depositions that are scheduled on April 19. I did not file a motion to continue ahead of time in this case after discussing the case with my client. He did wish to be in court to hear on the record if there were any offers from the state. I believe there has been an offer communicated, 7 years Department of Corrections, followed by 10 years of sex offender probation, but I wanted to confirm that with the state since we're here in court.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm confirming that offer. That's what's in, open.
And Judge, we'll request the continuance to May 11th to complete the depositions that are already scheduled.
No objection.
Matters continued to 5/11.
Next will be Andrew Walters. ID number 60. Andrew Walters.
Judge, this is Mr. Andrew Walters before the court in 25 CF 2244. Judge, I don't believe if I stated the case number, it's 25 CF 2244. We are going to be requesting a continuance until May 11. I would note for the record in this case that the primary witness is Investigator Jessica Keel. She's lumped in with a number of TUI requests over both divisions. I just wanted to put that on the court's radar, that we're trying to be efficient and consolidate all of that time so that she doesn't receive multiple requests all at once. So I would request a continuance to May 11 so that I have a chance to further review the discovery with my client and move forward in setting those depositions.
State.
No objection.
Continued to 5/11.
Yes, sir. I'll take whatever you send out. Judge, this is Ms. Angela Weaver. She is presently approaching 26 CF 41. I'd like to come back on docket day clear, continue. There is a good chance that we will have a resolution on that time. I've been in discussions with Mr. Snell and Ms. Weaver about our position.
All right, see you on docket day.
Monday, like I said. Judge, this is Mr. James Wells. Mr. Wells is before the court today in 25 CF 2097. He's also on the docket for tomorrow, also with 26 CF 11. Tomorrow is scheduled for a bond hearing. I would like to keep it on tomorrow morning for that bond hearing instead of proceeding forward today. So I'd like to just address the next pretrial status after our bond hearing tomorrow, if that's appropriate.
Yes, sir. And also show the 11 and the 2097 are the two cases, correct?
Correct. It's the 25 CF 2097 and 26 CF 11. Judge, this is Mr. Robert Wilcox before the court. He is approaching in 25 CF 1033. There's been a new arrest that is currently in Division 6, which is 26 CF 471. The Office of the Public Defender has been appointed in that case. I do not believe it's made it to arraignment yet.
471,
Correct.
okay.
So I would ask the state if it's the intention to transfer this case to match his case here.
It would, Your Honor. Yes, sir.
You making an oral motion at this time to transfer 26 CF 471 from Crestview to this division?
Yes, sir.
So ordered. Madam Clerk, transfer 26 CF 471 from Crestview to this division. Set it to run concurrent with 25 CF 1033.
Thank you, Judge. And then I would ask for a continuance until May 11 because that will change the framework on our discussions. Mr. Wilcox has been asked to, or he's asked to be evaluated for the Phoenix House program. He does score state prison. I've indicated that I will certainly assist him in filling out that paperwork. So I'd ask until May 11 to see what the
Any state's
progress will be.
objection? Continue both cases May 11. All right, so he's not been to arraignment in the 26-471 case. So if it's transferred here, let's go ahead and set an arraignment date on that so we don't get in the
Yes, sir.
loop
Please.
on that. So Madam Clerk, when's our next available arraignment on 471?
Next available arraignment, do you want, your second date in March, or do you want your first date in April?
The next available arraignment in March would be when?
Well, we could do it tomorrow. Tomorrow we have arraignment, and we could also do it on the 19th.
Can we do the 19th? That'll give you a chance to actually put the information
All
in.
right. So set the 471 case for arraignment on 3/19.
Thank you, Judge.
We'll be back here next week. Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Judge, this is Frankie Williams. Mr. Williams is before the court in two case numbers, 25 CF 1735 and 25 CF 1737. I did see the court's order consolidating the 1736 into 1737. So we should only have the two case numbers on the docket. I have been working with the state and trying to secure the discovery in the 1737 case. I believe that there's been an issue with the E.com that we've been working through. The state has been diligent in checking on that for me. I am going to request a continuance of both cases. We do have the information needed in discovery in one case to go ahead and reset depositions, which we are seeking time to do that. The intention is to try to have those done by the time we come back on 5/11.
State?
No objection. This is Mr. Williams.
Correct.
Okay. No objection, Your Honor.
Matters continued to 5/11.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll do it. Judge, this is Latanya Williams before the court in 25 CF 2381. Judge, I would ask for 316 docket day plea or continue in this case as well. I've been working with Mr. Stell in trying to resolve these matters. There's also a potential motion to dismiss based on statute of limitations that could be filed in this matter. So I believe we can make substantial progress between now and coming back on docket day. All right, see you on docket day. Thank you.
Next should be Kiara Wilson. Ms. Wilson is present and approaching in 25 CF 1665. I wrote in that 1,855. That's the only change. You good? Okay. Madam Clerk, we have reached an agreement that includes an additional case number, which is 26 CF 350, which information should have been filed this morning in that case.
I do see that the information is filed.
Okay, we acknowledge that one-count information. We're about to enter a plea of no contest to that count in 26 CF 350 and 25 CF 1665. As charged, the agreement calls for a concurrent 36 months probation, $515 in court cost. In each case, a total of $250 cost of defense. No return to Sonic Drive-In located at 471 Mariester Boulevard, Mariester, Florida. No return to Super Liquors at 507 Mariester Cutoff, Mariester, Florida. Restitution in the 26 case number is $95.98 to Super Liquors. And in the 25 CF 1665, it is $1,855.06 restitution payable to OCSO. There is 24 hours of community service work. She must maintain gainful employment or submit 3 job applications per week. The state has agreed that probation could be terminated at 24 months if all conditions are satisfied and there are no violations. There would be credit for time served for the misdemeanor counts 3 and 4. If I did not so announce, it would be with an adjudication of guilt on all counts. No objections to the score sheet, which reflects 19.6 points. May I approach with the plea agreement?
Granted.
Cost of supervision is written into this agreement, but based on the restitution amounts, the defense is going to request that the court waive the cost of supervision.
All right, raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you can put your hand down.
Okay.
You heard what Mr. McKinney said, and you signed the written plea form.
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
I'm 34.
How much school do you have?
I dropped out in the 11th grade.
All right. You able to read and understand the plea?
Yes, sir.
Did you do that before you signed it?
Yes, sir.
And it's what you read, what Mr. McKinney just said.
Yes, sir.
Now, as to these charges, do you understand you're pleading no contest?
Yes, sir.
And that tells me you think the state could prove you guilt and you're not going to contest that.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand by doing this, you're waiving your right to a trial by jury where the
Ye-
state would have to do that?
Yes, sir.
All right. In this case, you'll be adjudicated guilty beyond 3 years of probation with some fees, costs, and other conditions, including you can't go back to the Sonic, you can't go back to Super Liquors, and you've got some restitution. And the $1,800 in restitution, that's to the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office, is that right?
Yes, Your Honor, it is. That is
Alright.
the basis for the criminal mischief charge.
Okay. And the other restitution is to the Super Liquors, correct?
Correct.
All right. And on the misdemeanors, it's going to be time served.
Yes, sir.
Now, you've got to be working or be looking for work as part of the conditions of your probation. If you choose to go get some training or some education that will lead to employment, then I'll support you in that, because the goal of this is to set you up for success.
Okay, yes, sir.
And if you find something like that, then talk to probation, and I'll support you with that, okay?
Okay, yes, sir.
And now with that, has Mr. McKinney answered all your questions about the plea and how it affects you?
Yes, sir.
And are you satisfied with how he's represented you?
Yes, sir.
Court will find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into and will accept the plea.
Okay, yes, sir. Thank you.
Judge, would the court consider waiving the cost
I'll
of
waive the
supervision?
cost of supervision until she obtains full-time employment.
Yes, sir.
Judge, this is Mr. Stephen Pancos, 25 CF 2136.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Your Honor. Ultimately, I'm seeking a continuance to 5/11, Your Honor. I have 5 depositions set on April 17th.
All right.
Currently, the offer, Your Honor, is 36 months DOC, and I did offer a counter of probation with Phoenix House. As of right now, the state is not willing to accept that, so I'm seeking that continuance to complete those depositions.
Should make sure, is this Mr.?
Pancos, Stephen. 25 CF 2136.
All right. Full continuance, state object.
No objection,
Continue to 5/11.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, sir.
Deputy.
Judge, may I jump in and ask a question?
Yes, sir.
Anthony Weaver, which is 25 CF 823. Madam Clerk, can you confirm that that was taken off the docket for him to observe mental health court?
I see that he's still on the docket. I don't see anything about mental health court in his case.
And I didn't see him on the transport list. If we could add him on for docket day, plea or continue. I know that he is going to be observing mental health court on 3/18, but I'd like to come back on 3/16 in case we have another agreement.
All right. So, plea or continue on docket day, and we'll also call that a status, right, for mental health?
Yes, Judge, and to bring the court into that analysis, I know he's not here, but we're trying to line up housing outside the 90-day program that would be essential for him to be successful in the mental health court program. If we can line up housing, mental health court. If we can't, then we'll probably work out something else.
And I know they're working hard with the grant they got to get that squared away, but I don't think it's there yet.
It's not there yet, so we're trying to explore other options. Thank you.
All right, and you got that, Madam Clerk?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, docket day, and it's either plea or continue or mental health court status.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. John, last name Partlow, 25 CF 2485. If I may just have a brief moment, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, if I also may add another case that's in front of this court, it is case number 26 CF 322, and that was 26 CF 322, and that was set for tomorrow for arraignment. Thank you, Judge. Now I'm going to announce the terms. My client's going to enter a no contest plea this afternoon, Your Honor. Start off with 25 CF 2485, count 1. And just for the record, that is a trafficking in cocaine that carries a 3-year min-man, count 1. Additionally, 26 CF 322, count 1. Terms of the plea is going to be adjudication of guilt, 3 years Department of Corrections, credit for time served. I have $1,140 in court costs, and that's in the case number 25 CF 2485. I have $515 in court costs, in case number 26 CF 322. There's $200 in defense costs and the $50 public defender application fee. This also carries a mandatory $50,000 fine, Your Honor. In 25 CF 2485, count 2, and in 26 CF 322, count 2. Those will be adjudication of guilt and then credit for time served. All cases and counts run concurrent, and we're requesting to send all monetary obligations to collections. If I may approach with the signed plea form and score sheet, Your Honor.
Is that the state's agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
Raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, and you put your hand down. You heard what Mr. Koch said on your behalf and signed the written plea form?
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
42, about to be
How-
42, 41,
How much school do you have?
some college.
You able to read and understand the plea form?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you do that before you signed it?
Yes, Your Honor.
And it's what you read in the form, what Mr. Koch just announced to me.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand by this plea arrangement that you're pleading no contest to the announced charges?
Yes.
And by doing that, what I understand you to say is that you believe the state has the evidence necessary to convince the jury of your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, and you're not going to contest that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand by making this plea, you're waiving your right to that trial by jury where the state would have to produce that evidence and convince the jury beyond a reasonable doubt of your guilt?
Yes, Your Honor.
In this case, you'll be adjudicated guilty. And on the announced counts, you'll have 3 years, the Department of Corrections, credit for time served with the fees and costs, and that's a minimum mandatory sentence. And on the other counts, it's credit for time served. And all monetary obligations will be sent to collections. Now, with that, has Mr. Koch answered all your questions regarding the plea and how it affects you?
Yes, Your Honor.
You satisfied with what he's done for you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Find the plea to be
Actually,
free?
I'm sorry, Judge, you just indicated you had a question, if I may.
I do just have one question. I'm sorry.
Can-
Okay, no, that's okay. You're welcome, sir. All right, now all your questions asked?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. The court will find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into and will accept the plea with the adjudication.
Yep. Judge, this is Mr. Anthony Patterson, 25 CF 2297. And if I may just have another brief moment.
Yes, sir.
Honor, if I may, thank you. If I may approach with Mr. Gomez briefly.
We're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and it's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Patterson will be entering a plea this afternoon, Your Honor, in case number 25 CF 2297. Count 1. This will be an adjudication of guilt, 18 months Department of Correction, credit for time served. There's $515 in court costs, $150 in defense costs. In count 2, the misdemeanor will be adjudication of guilt and credit for time served. We're requesting that my client to be released from custody today on ROR and sentencing to be set off until April 23rd, of course 2026 at 9 a.m. And Mr. Patterson is fully aware that if he does not report to court on April 23rd at 9 a.m., that this negotiated plea is void, and he can be sentenced up to 6 years, Your Honor. If I may approach with the signed plea form and the score sheet.
Granted. Raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
I do.
Okay, and you can put your hand down. You heard what Mr. Koch said,
Yes, sir.
and you signed the written plea form.
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
6.
How much school do you have?
I graduate.
Are you able to read and understand the plea form?
I can't read, I can't write, but I understand what he told me.
So you weren't able to read this?
I know what he told me, yeah.
So, okay, so I'm gonna rephrase this. Mr. Koch went over the contents of the plea agreement with you before we got to court together.
Yes, sir.
And he's explained to you the contents of the plea agreement.
Yes, sir.
But you cannot read it yourself,
Yes, sir.
all right? And what he explained to you is what he just announced to you
Yes,
here
sir.
in court,
Yes, sir.
all right? All right? And he explained to you that you're pleading no contest to these charges.
Yes, sir.
And that is saying that you believe the state could prove your guilt, and you're not going to contest that.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand by making this plea, you're waiving your right to a trial by jury where the state would have to prove it?
Yes, sir.
And by making this plea that you're there are a lot of other conditions in this plea agreement that I think Mr. Koch went over with you and explained to you. And one of those conditions was that you agree that you've read and understood the contents, but you're saying that you've discussed with your attorney all of the contents of the plea agreement and that you understand, and what's been announced in court today is what was explained to you, and that your attorneys explained to you all the consequences of entering the plea agreement in this case.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And now, there's an interesting set of circumstances here. This plea is essentially a plea with no agreement on your sentence, which means that you can be sentenced to 6 years in state prison on this plea agreement with the following condition.
Yes, sir.
If you appear on 423 as agreed and you have no new charges, then you'll be sentenced to the 18 months in the Department of Corrections, credit for time served. If, however, you fail to appear or you have additional charges, then this is an open plea to the court and there is no agreed upon sentence. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. With that, Mr. Koch has answered all your questions about the plea and how it affects you,
Yes, sir.
and you satisfy what he's done for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The court will find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into, and will accept the plea, and will set it for sentencing on 4/23 at 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
Yes.
Make sure you're right about time.
I'm right.
And Mr. Gomez, I'm going to give that back to you for sentencing day.
April 23rd, 2 o'clock, this courthouse.
Okay.
Must be here, and that's my, if anything happens.
Right.
I know you didn't understand, Mr. Patterson.
All right, thank you.
You are welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, and one last thing, he can be released pending sentencing,
Thank you, Judge.
ROR.
Thank you. Your Honor, this is Ms. Brianna Powell in 26 CF 70. I may have a brief moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Powell in 26 CF 70. At this time, I have a plea in front of me, signed by Mr. Gomez and myself for 1129. Ms. Powell will be present tomorrow, if I can provide that case number. She has an additional case, and that is 26 CF 254. If we can. Are you for sure? Actually, Your Honor, she wants to move forward with that plea offer this afternoon.
Does that encompass the 254 case as well?
Yes, Your Honor, this will be a global plea. If I just have a moment for a signature. I'll take the pen, I'm gonna give you your copy. Do you have any questions? Excellent. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Just for the record, we're here on both cases, the 26 CF 70 and the 26 CF 254. This will be a global plea this afternoon. My client will plead no contest. This will be adjudication of guilt, 11 months, 29 days in the Okaloosa County Jail with credit for time served. We have court costs of $615. That's in the 26 CF 70 case. And we also have court costs of $615 in the 26 CF 254 case. And there will be $250 in defense costs. All cases and counts to run concurrent. If I may approach with a signed plea form and score sheet.
Granted. All right, raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury? All right, and you can put your hand down. You heard what Mr. Koch said on your behalf and signed the written plea form?
Yes, Your Honor.
How old are you?
27,
How much education do you have?
just a middle school.
Okay, you able to read and understand the form?
Yes, sir.
And did you do that before you signed it?
Yes, sir.
And is what you read in the form what Mr. Koch just announced to me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that you're pleading no contest to the announced charges?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that tells me you believe the state could prove you guilty and you're not going to contest that.
Yes, sir.
In this case, you'll be adjudicated guilty and sentenced to 1129 of the county jail, credit for time served, with the fees and costs that were announced. How much time do you think you'll need to get those paid once you're released? Is a year enough, or you think you need more?
A year should be enough, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Koch answered all your questions about the plea and how it affects you.
Yes, sir.
And are you satisfied with how he's represented you?
Yes, sir.
All right, the court will find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into, and will accept the plea.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Judge, we have Mr. Brian Quinones, 24 CF 2213. Yes, Your Honor. Ultimately requesting a continuance to 5/11, just to give an update. The last depo is with the FDLE analysis, Ms. Elizabeth Ritchie. Originally, we had a deposition, a Zoom deposition scheduled back in December 17th. She was in communication with our office as she could not attend, so that deposition was rescheduled to February 5th. And it's also a Zoom depo, but she failed to appear, so we're seeking that continuance to 5/11 to finalize that deposition, Your Honor.
All right. State?
That is correct, Your Honor. I'm standing in, Ashley Herndon, for Jessica Giardina. I've spoken to Mr. Giardina. I also spoke to Mr. Koch and asked if he would please loop me in on the next subpoena that is sent. I will make sure that that goes through supervision so that it does, in fact, get attended. So we do not anticipate needing to continue it past this next cycle in order to accomplish that.
All right, very good. It'll be continued.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Yep, absolutely, Brian. I have Mr. Ricky Ramsey next. Yep. Judge, this is Mr. Ricky Ramsey, 25 CF 2456. If I may just have a brief moment, Your
Yes,
Honor. Judge, I first want to, I'm sorry. This is actually going to be a lesser included offense we're going to plead no contest to this afternoon, Your Honor. And that's going to be aggravated battery with a weapon. Florida Statute 784.045, and that's subsection 1, subsection A alpha, and then subsection 2. I am going to write that on the plea form. I apologize. And Your Honor, I'm going to initial by that because I hand wrote that in. And Mr. Ramsey, if you could just if you could just initial by me. I want to put the correct statute. Excellent. Pleading to the lesser included offense of aggravated battery with a weapon, Your Honor. The terms of the plea will be adjudication of guilt, 2 years of community control, which will then be followed by 2 years of standard probation. There's a $40 per month cost of supervision. No violent contact with the alleged victim, Ms. Hazel Williams. Must complete a substance abuse evaluation and any recommended treatment. Must complete the batter's intervention program. No drugs without a valid prescription. No consumption of alcohol. Random breath test, random urinalysis. Maintain gainful employment or submit 5 job applications per week. Court costs and 150 in defense costs. If I may approach with the signed plea form and the score sheet.
Granted. Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
Yes, sir.
You can put your hand down. You heard what Mr. Koch said, and you signed the written plea form.
Yes,
How old are you?
I'm 63.
How much school do you have?
I have a GED.
Are you able to read and understand the plea form?
Yes, sir.
Did you do that before you signed it?
Yes, sir.
And is what you read in the plea form what Mr. Koch just announced to you?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand by this plea arrangement that you're pleading no contest to the charges?
Yes, sir.
And by doing that, I understand you to say that you believe the state could prove your guilt and you're not going to contest that.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand by doing this also you're waiving your right to a trial by jury where the state would have to prove you guilt to that jury?
Yes.
You will be adjudicated guilty. You're going to be on 4 years of supervision. The first 2 of those years is going to be community control.
Yes.
And, you know, that's a pretty strict form of supervision.
Yes.
You know, you got to tell probation where you're going to be and when you're going to be there.
Okay.
And, you know, I like to, you know, try to use humor and use my own self as an example, but I wake up at all times of the night. I just do. You know, when I do that and I want to go to the grocery store and get milk or coffee for breakfast in the morning, I can go. You can't.
I know.
And if you figure out, hey, I forgot to get gas, I need gas to go to work in the morning, you wake up early, you can't go. If it isn't on your schedule, you can't do it. The only exceptions are bona fide emergencies, and they're going to explain to you how you report those. Violation of that, and they're going to come and check on you. I mean, I can't tell you the number of reports I have where I say, hey, and nobody was there, right? So they're going to check on you. After you finish your community control, you're going to be on standard probation after that for 2 more years. And a material part of this is no violent contact with Ms. Williams, right? Now let's talk about that. You know, in court, words have different meanings than out in the ordinary world. When we talk about violence in the ordinary world, we talk about a scuffle, you know, a poke in the eye, right? No violent contact in this context means behavior by you which would cause a reasonable person to believe that actual violence was imminent. And I generally point these folks in the green uniforms as those reasonable persons because you know who's going to show up when you're acting out. And if they think actual violence is imminent, that's going to be a violation of the no violent contact. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
All right. And no substances without prescription and testing to confirm that. And you got to get a job or be trying to get a job. All right. And standard fees and costs, were those announced, Mr. Koch?
I did the 150 at the end defense costs, Your Honor, and I just listed court costs.
And what would those be with the lesser included, Madam Clerk? 867.
Is that lesser included on count one?
I only have one count. Is there a two count?
Count two is aggravated battery, count one is burglary of structure. It would be a no cross on count one, pleading only to count two. So as charged count two. Correct.
No, as charged on count two?
Isn't, count two is aggravated battery with a deadly weapon.
With the
so
weapon?
As charged.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
thank you.
All right. Count one's no pros. So is it still 867? Okay, all right. Now, Mr. Koch answered all your questions about the plea and how it affects you.
Yes, sir.
You satisfy what he's done for you.
Yes, sir.
Court will find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into and will accept the plea. Thank you.
Are there CDP?
Judge, we have Mr. Benjamin Razor, 23 CF 1918. Yes, Your Honor. Just to update the court, since the last court date, we did complete that outstanding deposition with Investigator Sterling. That was completed. I'm requesting a continuance to 5/11 to review the depositions and some lengthy videos in this case, Your Honor. Speaking with my client yesterday, I don't have any depositions left to set, so that 5/11 looks like it's going to be a plea or trial because this case is getting ripe, Your Honor.
I'd like to.
Can I have a second, Your Honor? I believe.
Yes, sir.
Additional time.
All right. So, State?
No objection from the state, Your Honor.
All right, it's continued with the understanding that that'll be the last continuing to either be disposed of in that trial week one way or the other.
Excellent.
All
Thanks.
right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Is this Mr. Perry Reese? Absolutely. I'm ready for him. Judge, this is Mr. Perry Reese, 25 CF 2142. And if I may just have a brief moment for a signature, Your Honor. Thank you, Judge. I first want to notate, we're here 25 CF 2142. Count one is going to be the lesser included offense of possession of a controlled substance, and that's Florida Statute 893.13, subsection 6, and subsection A alpha. Count 2 and 3 as charged. Terms of the plea: we're going to enter a no contest plea, be adjudicated guilty, 180 days in the Okaloosa County Jail with credit for time served, 615 in court costs, 150 defense costs, all counts to run concurrent. If I may approach the signed plea form score sheet.
Granted. All right. State's agreement.
Yes, Your Honor.
Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
Yes.
You can put your hand down. You heard what Mr. Koch said, and you signed the written plea form?
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
I'm 42.
How much school do you have?
I got some college education, sir.
You able to read and understand the plea form?
Yes.
And did you do that before you signed it?
Yes.
And it's what you read, what Mr. Koch just said to me.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand by this plea you're pleading no contest to the announced charges?
Yes.
And that tells me you think the state could prove your guilt and you're not going to contest that.
Yes.
And by doing this, do you understand you're waiving your right to a trial by jury where the state would have to prove your guilt?
Yes, sir.
You'll be adjudicated guilty, sentenced to 180 days county jail, credit for time served with the fees and costs that were announced. How much time will you think you'll need to pay those costs after you get out?
Probably about 6 months.
Mr. Koch answered all your questions about the plea and how it affects you.
Yes.
Satisfied with what he's done for you.
Yes, sir.
The court will find the plea to be free and voluntarily entered into and will accept the plea with the adjudication.
Thank you, Judge. Your Honor, this is Mr. Reggiana Robinson, 25 CF 2150.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, just to update the court, we're still at a 36-month DOC offer. I did have a bond hearing in front of Judge Clark, who was covering back in January 29th. That bond hearing, it was denied without prejudice, and she informed me that I could refile in front of Your Honor, especially if any change in circumstances, and there has been some additional changes. I did file a bond motion. I'm requesting for an ultimate continuance to 5/11. My private conversations with my client yesterday at the jail, his medical condition has advanced to the brain. So I'm requesting that continuance, but I'm asking for the next available date to be heard on a bond hearing.
When's that available, Madam Clerk? And the motion's been filed?
I filed it today, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. When can the state be ready?
Same bones of the original motion, basically.
I'm gonna say the 19th, Judge. It's not my case. I would do the 19th, Judge.
All right, we'll set on 3/19 at 9 o'clock.
At 9 a.m.
Yes.
Is that go along that, but we got a bond here on 3/19. Judge, no. Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Yes, sir.
That's right. This is Mr. Tony Salazar, Your Honor, in 25 CF 1216. Judge, if I may add an additional case number, this will be a global plea this afternoon. If I can add 26 MM 194, and that was 26 MM 194. If I may just have a brief moment for a signature. We're here on both case numbers. I'm going to announce the terms. Just follow along with me. In the 25 CF 1216, count 1, this will be an adjudication of guilt, 5 years of standard probation, $40 per month cost of supervision, $515 in court costs, $150 defense costs. They're going to order and reserve restitution for 180 days. No drugs without a valid prescription, no consumption of alcohol, random breath tests, random UAs, 50 hours of community service. No return to the Marriott, which is located at the 843 Eglin Parkway, Fort Walton Beach, Florida, 32547. And there's $50 in restitution to Pause, which is from the case number 26MM194. Now, there'll be no return to the Pause, located at 752 Lovejoy Road, Northwest, Fort Walton Beach, Florida, 32548. Maintain gainful employment or submit 3 job applications per week. Now, there's an automatic termination at 3 years if all conditions and costs are satisfied and no violations. In 26 MM194, count 1, that's the petty theft, adjudication of guilt, credit for time served, $270 in court costs, $100 in defense costs. Your Honor, I did make a correction. When I put the original location for Pause, the address on the police form was incorrect, so I hand wrote it in, and myself and my client both initialed. If I may approach the signed plea form, score sheet.
Granted. Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
Yes, sir.
All right, you put your hand down. You heard what Mr. Koch said, and you signed the written plea form.
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
44, sir.
And how much school do you have?
8th grade.
All right, you able to read and understand the form?
Yes, sir. I have a mental condition too. I have schizophrenia.
Okay.
That's why the glass broke at the Marriott. I freaked out and yeah.
Are you currently undergoing any of the symptoms that
No, sir.
ordinarily
I
associated?
mean, I still hear them regardless, no matter what.
Okay.
I'm taking medications.
All right, you taking your medications now as prescribed?
No, right now I'm off right this second.
Okay.
But I need to go back to the hospital to reevaluate. So I have to probably check into the hospital too,
All
to
right.
get my medications.
But right now, you feel comfortable, you understand what's going on?
Yes, sir.
All right. And so the symptoms that you're presently having, you don't believe affect your ability to know and understand what you're doing?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. So what you read in the plea form is what Mr. Koch announced to me just now?
Yes, sir.
All right. And from what you're telling me, you just basically recited some of the terms and conditions that we were talking about,
Yes, sir.
right? So you understand you're pleading no contest?
Yes, sir.
Which says to me that you believe that the state could prove your guilt and you're not going to contest that.
Yes, sir.
And by making this plea, do you understand that you're waiving your right to a trial by jury where the state would have to prove?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you're going to be on 5 years of probation with the fees and costs that were discussed.
Yes, sir.
Restitution may be ordered, and no substances without a prescription and testing to prove that.
Yes, sir.
The community service hours, you can't go to the Marriott, you can't go to Pause. Now, are you on disability?
No, I got a court case coming up in May.
All right, so the gainful employment and applications would apply unless he receives his disability, in which case we'd waive that,
Okay.
okay?
Yes, sir.
And automatic termination if all the conditions are satisfied and you have no violations. That's what you understood?
Yes, sir.
All right. And has Mr. Koch answered all your questions about the plea and how it affects you?
Yes, sir.
And you're satisfied with what he's done for you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, definitely.
I'll find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into and accept the plea.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Just go right to that debt.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Be careful out there, okay? Be safe. Yep.
Nathan Sanchez.
Judge, Mr. Nathan Sanchez in 25 CF 1857. If I may just have a brief moment, Your Honor. Judge, just to give a little update, we did complete 3 depositions, February 20th. We're still waiting on a report on a defense evaluation that we had conducted, so I am seeking a continuance to the 5/11 docket.
No objection.
All right, it's continued to 5/11.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good to go. Thank you. You're welcome.
Mrs. Phillips Saunders?
Your Honor, this is Mr. Philip Saunders, 26 CF 122. Thank you, Judge. Currently, Your Honor, there's a 3-year probation offer conveyed to me by Mr. Snell. And I did receive discovery on March 6th, so he did send over discovery for us. I'm seeking a continuance to the 5/11 docket, Your Honor, to schedule a deposition with the alleged victim. What's that? What's that?
State,
No objection, Your Honor.
5/11. Thank you.
When I file. You're welcome.
Eric Silvas. Mr. Koch, sex and family was not transported.
Okay. What's that? I guess we'll address that. This is Mr. Eric Silvas, 26 CF 21, Your Honor.
All right.
You speak with me. Your Honor, I know you just told me right now. I already filed the motion like we talked about. Judge, I filed the motion this morning to appoint an expert for an evaluation to be conducted on my client. The order should be sent to your chambers, Your Honor. I am seeking a continuance to the 5/11 docket.
All right, let's see if we've got the order and go ahead and get it signed.
While he's checking for that order. Hold on.
There's something
All right, order signed.
Okay, so I'm requesting that 5/11, but like I said, Judge Stone will allow us to come in sooner once we get that evaluation back. We need to proceed with that order and that evaluation.
I don't think that's what I'm gonna do.
I've already submitted, after our conversation yesterday,
Yeah, this today.
we have to move forward with that evaluation.
I'd rather not.
I can't, we have to get it conducted.
All right,
Okay,
I guess I have no choice in the matter.
we have to get the evaluation done.
What about the,
I don't want to discuss anything about the case, just follow the deposition, but our next step's at evaluation.
You hear Mr. Koch?
On Sexton. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Next we have, Baron Smith.
Mr. DeBaron
Baron
Smith.
Smith.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, I have two cases, 21 CF 1470, 2026 CF 61. Okay. Your Honor, I'm speaking with the state. I'm requesting this be set on Monday for a clear continuance. My conversation with the state looks like there's potential to get an agreement, get you released back on probation, kind of what we talked about.
Yes, sir.
So I'm asking to bring my client back on Monday, clear continuance.
That's correct, Your Honor, thank
Clear,
you.
continue on docket day.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
Yep, you're welcome.
Stovall.
Judge, this is Mr. Eric Stovall, 26 CF 40. And if I may just have a brief moment for a signature.
Sorry.
Nope. It's going to be an adjudication of guilt, 100 days in the Okaloosa County Jail, credit for time served, 515 in court cost, 150 in defense costs, Your Honor. If I may approach with the signed plea form and the score sheet. Thank you.
All right, raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalties of perjury?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can put your hand down. You heard what Mr. Koch said, and you signed the written plea form.
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
How old am I?
Yes.
46.
How much
45,
school do you
46.
have?
Sir,
How much school do you have?
I graduated high school.
You able to read and understand the plea form?
Yes, sir.
Did you do that before you signed it?
Yes, sir.
And it's what you read, what Mr. Koch just said.
Yes, sir.
You understand you're pleading no contest to the announced charge.
Yes, sir.
And that tells me you believe the state could prove your guilt and you're not going to contest that.
Say it again.
That says to me you believe the state could prove your guilt and you're not going to contest that.
That's fine.
Okay, well, what do you believe the no contest plea means?
I thought it was not guilty, but I didn't.
Have a brief moment, Judge.
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor. My client understands and he's entering a no contest plea.
All right. And do you understand by making this plea, you're waiving your right to a trial by jury,
Yes, sir.
where the state would have to prove your guilt?
Yes, sir.
In this case, you'll be adjudicated guilty, be sentenced to 100 days county jail, credit for all time served with fees and costs that were announced. How much time do you think you'll need to get those paid after your release?
6 months or something.
Okay,
6 months, something like that.
all right, 6 months to pay. Mr. Koch answered all your questions about the plea and how it affects you.
Yes, sir.
You're satisfied with what he's done for you?
Yes, sir.
Court will find the plea to be freely and voluntarily entered into and accept the plea. Thank you.
Honor, I have some cases where I waived appearances, if I could address those.
Yes, sir.
Starting with Mr. Joseph LeBron, case number 24 CF 2784. Your Honor, I'd ask to set this for 5/11. This is likely going to be a trial. I've finished all the depositions. My clients has started reviewing those, and we will more than likely be, I think we'll be ready on 5/11.
State?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, continue to 5/11.
Judge, if we moved on the waivers, maybe you'll release probation?
Yeah, do we expect any other pleas? So all you got is the ones you've waived?
That's all I have, yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you very much. Good day.
On Miss Ashley Lester, Your Honor, 25 CF 0649, I've verified that that case pled out in August for 180 days in Okaloosa County Jail.
Who's that?
That was Miss Ashley Lester. That was the one we were worried about whether or not the VOP was open.
Okay.
Because it's listed on the docket, but I have her pled out in August for 180 days.
Hold on just a second. You got that, Madam Clerk? And was that, did
She
we
pled-
have a written plea agreement, or did we do it just?
It was a written plea agreement. It was August 14.
Okay,
That's the date of the plea.
okay.
She was just adding some stuff to the house that we lost a room for the vacancy.
Okay,
She already planned for she didn't have.
okay. All right,
Next, I have Mr. Russell Lewis, 25 CF 1571. Your Honor, I'd ask to set this for 5/11. I need to do depositions on this case, and there's some evidence that I need to request from the state. Mr. Russell Lewis, yeah.
No objection from the state.
Mr. Charles Lewis, Charles Little, 24 CF 2886. Your Honor, I'm asking for 5/11 on this. My expert has finished his review. I need to set depots for the medical examiner and some doctors. But we are ready to move that case along now that my expert has